It's a lot of fun making one's own pickled onions, and they make amazing and inexpensive Christmas gifts when the pennies are tight. Give a gentleman a jar of pickled onions and he will probably be as happy as Larry. I find I can just scrape them like this and the skins come off. If there's any blemishes like that, I just peel another layer very gently. Here is the jar, all nice and clean and shiny. Now we want to pack the jar as tightly as we can with the onions. They should all go in. If the jar's getting a bit tight, just push everything down. But I think this will just be the right amount. Push that down. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm bringing you another pickle recipe. This one is for pickled onions and we're going to be doing this over 2 days, today and tomorrow. Now, pickled onions have long been a favourite in chip shops up and down the UK, and their perky, sharp, vinegary taste will instantly add a little vavavoom to your fish supper. Now, I'm using reasonably large pickling onions because I like lots of punch. Dan certainly enjoys the larger onions rather than the little silver skin ones. They have a far more robust flavour and sometimes they can make the mouth water, especially when you add a few extra spices, which I'm going to do. You could just go out and buy a jar of pickled onions. Garners were always one of my favourites, and Hayward's is a long-standing favourite. You can also get Baxter's as well, but it's a lot of fun making one's own pickled onions, and they make amazing and inexpensive Christmas gifts when the pennies are tight. Give a gentleman a jar of pickled onions and he will probably be as happy as Larry. So without further ado, let's get started. Now I have here a bag of pickling onions. There's about 260 grams here. So what I'm going to do is peel these. If you find it difficult to peel them, you can pop them into boiling water and then run them through cold water and you should find it a lot easier to peel them. But I'm just going to go in for the kill. Now that quantity should more or less fill a 500 gram or 1 pound jar, but don't worry if it doesn't quite fill the jar. You can leave a little bit of space there at the bottom. It's important that the vinegar covers the onions completely anyway. This I have washed thoroughly in warm soapy water and rinsed out well, and then I put it in an oven set at 120 Celsius for about 10 to 15 minutes just to finish the sterilisation process. We don't need the jar now till tomorrow, so I'm putting that aside. I'll just demonstrate a few and then I'll do the rest off camera. So I'm slicing off the top and the bottom very gently. Some people choose to prick the peeled onion all over with a cocktail stick, but I don't like that effect of those little pock marks. They will brown a little as well as they sit in the vinegar for the next couple of months or so. I find I can just scrape them like this and the skins come off. If there's any blemishes like that, I just peel another layer very gently. Some people prick them with a cocktail stick in order for more of the spices to absorb into the onion and make it that bit more vavavoom. But I find it's not necessary. It will do it perfectly well anyway during the 8 to 10 weeks of standing, and they'll be nice and punchy. I'll just do another. Of course, some people have a problem with runny eyes, smarting eyes, sneezing. I have too in the past. I've been a lot better since I did homeopathy. I don't get that so much. But you can try different methods, like doing them under running water. You could wear goggles or put a spoon in your mouth. I never found that any of those worked for me, but I know they do for a lot of people. So just do with what feels comfortable to you. If that's too much aggro, just put them in a pan with boiling water for 20 seconds and then rinse them through cold water and the skins will just pop off. I find this quite meditative actually, peeling onions. So I'm going to continue doing this now and I'll see you back very shortly. Right, now these onions are salted, I'm going to cover the bowl over with a plate, pop it in the fridge, and then tomorrow we can finish the pickling process. Well, hello everybody, it's the next day. So let's finish off these pickled onions. Here is the jar, all nice and clean and shiny. I'm going to rinse the pickled onions now through cold water to get some of that salt off. So let's assemble the onions and the vinegar and the pickling spices in the jar. First I'm going to put about half a teaspoon of black peppercorns in the bottom of the jar. I'm going to add a star anise, I think they look so pretty. About half a teaspoon of yellow mustard seeds. If you haven't got yellow mustard seeds, you could add black mustard seeds. I also have a bay leaf. Dan is partial to red chilli. This is one of our homegrown bird-eye chilies. So in it goes. Now we want to pack the jar as tightly as we can with the onions. They should all go in. If the jar's getting a bit tight, just push everything down. But I think this will just be the right amount. Push it down. There we go. So you want it to end about there, that's right. There's enough room for the pickling vinegar to go over the top. And here we go. That's the pickling vinegar. See, it's covering the onions. And put the lid on. And there we go. And you can tie a tag round if you're giving it as a present. Maybe a nice little fabric circle. Makes a nice gift. And that's all there is to it. That now goes in a cool, dark place for the next 8 to 10 weeks. And we'll be ready for Christmas. So there we have it. My home pickled onions, ideal for a Christmas treat or to give as a gift to your favourite man. If you enjoyed this recipe, please give it a like, please comment. Have you made pickled onions before? Have you tried other types of pickles? Do let me know. Is it something you enjoy? Please share and subscribe if you like my content and like to see what I do. Ding the notification bell. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon for the next one. Until then, bye for now.